y'all. I apologize. I was trying to get here. I'm still in my car, but I didn't want to hold the phone and drive, so I thought I could get here by 8, but it was 8:02. So y'all, everybody come on in. I see a bunch of people's already in. Welcome, welcome. I'm still in West Virginia, and I am just pulling the driveway, so I'm about to hop out of here. You can see I've been down to my brother's house, and I picked up some birdhouses. So I am going to bring very few back. I think I got 20 or 25, and that's all I'm bringing back this time. Let me get the keys, y'all. I dropped the keys over here on the seat. Hang on just a minute. All right, we are out. It's still daylight here. Everybody is gone to the ball game. Jax is in a ball game tonight, the championship game, and it's going to be a close one because both teams are very good. And they were hoping it wasn't going to get rained out or anything. It's been raining off and on here throughout the day, different areas. So I'm going to go up here in the house and wait for them to get back. And I have been working on loading videos all day because they have very fast internet here, y'all. And I'm trying to clean my phone off. I think I might have told y'all this morning. I found a bunch of videos on my phone that I've never even posted. So you're going to be seeing videos I've made throughout the year that's never made it on the Facebook or YouTube. So if you see something and you think, I think I seen this, I couldn't find it, so I'm posting it. So let's go on up in here. Hey everybody, thank you Rebecca for the gift. Let me see if I can get in here. All right, I gotta get in the house without setting any alarms off. They got 2 dogs, so I don't think anybody's gonna get in here. And I don't even know where any light switches are in here, y'all, but I'm gonna come in here and sit down in the recliner. I don't have a phone holder or anything, so we'll just have to do the best we can. I think I'll just sit right here. Let me find the light switch here. See if I can. Well, there's a light switch there. None over there. Well, where the light switch is for this room? This is the dining room, but I don't know where the light switch is. Well, that's crazy. I thought it'd be right. Oh, here it is. We got it. We got it, y'all. I don't come here enough. I don't even know where the light switches are. All right. I'm going to set this right here on my, I got a loaded teacup right here, and I'll just set that right on the loaded teacup. I am staying tonight because Ashley had to work all day, so I'm going to help her do some tea orders tonight, y'all. And what I thought we could do is she has a bunch of orders, and a lot of them are from my followers. So I told her late tonight, let's have a tea party, and I can pull the orders and fill the orders. I might even do it on live, y'all. Look for the orders and fill them and show y'all what she goes through to fill your orders every week. Country Roads Loaded Teas. Let's see, somebody saying, sorry for Joyce Frank. What's going on, Joyce? All right, somebody saying that'll be fun. Well, I'll either record it or I will go live. I don't know what kind of signal I'm going to get in the basement because that's where their tea office is and all that. So let's see. Can you see me? All right, let's see here. All right, I just had to block somebody. I don't know. They were saying hi beautiful to somebody. I don't know. Sorry, Eddie Elliott. I don't know what you was talking about, but anyhow, I just blocked somebody. Now, I thought I put the thing on it. Let me see if I saved that right. Yep, subscribers. Okay. Well, it's on subscribers, so that's good. So anyhow, we're going to do something like that tonight. Maybe we'll go live because sometimes y'all might want to ask Ashley questions. I don't know the answers to all this tea stuff. So maybe I'll go live and it'd be a chance. We won't go live for a real long time. Chris, thank you for the stars, but we'll go for a short amount of time. And that way, if you have questions, you can ask Ashley that then. All right. Let's see, man, I have been busy all day today. I have got so many videos on my phone that every time I try to record, it says your phone is full. Yeah, what's wrong with Joyce? I missed that too. Somebody can say something. I just come back from my brother's house. I've been at my brother's house just now. We ate supper here at Ashley's house, and I forgot to film it, y'all. Oh, sorry. You know, so many people around, and we get to talking and stuff, and we're done eating, and I'm like, oops, I forgot to film anything. But we ate, and they all had to go to the ball game, so I went to my brother's house. And because I wanted to pick up a few birdhouses. Oh, somebody says she has cancer. Oh no. What in the world? I didn't see any comments on that. I think she was going for some kind of a biopsy. I can't remember exactly what it was though. All right, but anyhow, pray for Joyce. I don't know exactly what kind of cancer or what's going on or anything like that, but pray for Joyce. Okay. Somebody said, what happened to the 4 guineas? As far as I know, they're still up there. They run around. Sometimes I can find, sometimes I can't, but I saw them yesterday. Before I left the house, they were all there. So somebody said, okay, wait a minute. She's afraid to stay home when Tony's gone. So she goes to visit her brother. That's not true, y'all. Tony's at home. Tony's at home. I'm in West Virginia because my youth leader from when I was a kid, she has had cancer for 5 years, and she wasn't doing good. She's under hospice care, and I wanted to come in to see her. She lives about 10 minutes from my brother. So while I was here, I went to see my brother also. And I also saw Pastor Paul Chapman this morning because I wanted him to give him the rest of the whale money that I had collected. So we're done with all the whale money for this year. Some of the people had to resend their checks and stuff. So I got passed all that off to Paul. So I've gotten all the money for the whale that we're going to go and install in October. So it's been a busy day. Like I said, I've been loading videos all day. I don't even know how many I've loaded, y'all. It's been a lot. Probably 100 videos. I have them on my phone and I had to put them on YouTube. Most of them are on Facebook, but I found probably 20 on my phone that's never even got on Facebook because, you know, they just get buried, you know. So I will try to get them this week. I got a bunch of new stuff to post, so be looking for some of that stuff. And I don't think I've posted any of them before. How much was collected counting the GoFundMe? I do not know because we did it kind of in stages. I think we did 8,000 on the GoFundMe, and I think we had 1,250 or something like that on the people sending me checks for the. And then I've already passed Paul some before that, so I don't know in total how much it was. Paul had already collected some, so we didn't have to collect the whole 18,000. He already had some. All right, somebody said my voice doesn't sound right. Let me see if I can at least reverse it. That's Ashley snack counter right there. All right, let me see if I can maybe prop this up. Let me see if I can prop this phone up, y'all. I don't think I'm going to get any guineas while I'm here because I'm getting ready to go on vacation again, and it's just too much trouble trying to have so many babies. So I will wait until last year I got the babies in July, so I might just have to wait and order some. I'm going to have to wait and see. So I'm not going to go and get any chicks. I'm tempted, but I'm not going to do it because I got enough on me already with all these. I already got them other babies down there, and I don't want to mix babies. I don't have a place to put the babies. I don't want to put them in the house, so that's what's happening there. So let me see. I gotta make sure I got my all right. Yeah, guineas. I mean, you can't. I don't know. They eat stuff. Get some. When you let free range, you never know what's going to get something, y'all. I've had them in July. Next month will be a year that I've had them guineas. So if I only lost, what, 4? How many did I have? I started with 8. I lost 4 in a year. That's pretty good because sometimes you can lose one a day. Uh-oh. The dogs are barking. I don't think nobody's out there, though. All right, let me look for the devotion on here because when I don't have my little book with me, then I get on my friend Suzanne. She posts it every day. Yep, she posts it every single day, so I'm going to be reading that devotion in a little bit. I'm not sure if I'm going to still go to that poultry sale or not. If I have time and can make it, I'm going to try because I've never... No, I don't think you heard the doorbell. I hope you didn't. I better check that door. I mean, they live in a very safe neighborhood, y'all. But there's weirdos all over the place. Sometimes I'm here, y'all, and I was in the basement. There was a lady that lived in this house before them, and she died. I think she died at home here. I'm not sure, but we were all in the basement one time here, and we heard a creaking noise like somebody was walking across the floor up here, and I'm like, what is that? And they're like, oh, that's Mrs. So-and-so, and I'm like, what? I'm leaving. But that's funny. But anyhow, no, Tony is not out of town. He is home, and I'm not afraid to stay by myself. I stayed by myself before, but he is at home right now, and I popped down here to mainly see my youth leader, and him and his wife is the one with cancer. So, but she was doing pretty good yesterday. They thought they were going to lose her, I think Wednesday night, and then Thursday, and today she's had a good day today. She actually was able to eat today, and she hasn't ate for a week. So just remember her in prayer. Thank y'all for remembering her in prayer. Yeah, sometimes I have somebody stay with me, if he's going to be gone like a long time or something, but he don't usually go but for a couple days or something. But sometimes I do have somebody come and stay. Just depends. But I have stayed there by myself before. I got to get me a drink, y'all. I had to run all the way down to my brother's house, and he's a talker, and he's just talking. He tries to, I was taking notes because he's got, can you do this? Can you get this? Can you do this? And so my brother was excited to see me. Somebody said, why in the world would anyone say you're afraid to stay home? I don't know. I don't know where they got that. Well, I don't even know where they got that I'm afraid to stay by myself, so I go to West Virginia. If that was the case, I'd just go stay with Tony's mom or something. She lives right down the street. But no, now when I was younger, I did not like. I'm from a big family, y'all. There were 7 kids in our family, so growing up, we were never. I was never in the house alone. Never in all my 18 years. I was probably never home alone because there was kids and all that, and neighbor kids. And back in them days, you had neighbors' kids all the way at your house too. So anyhow, that's it. So anyhow, I'm going home in the morning bright and early because I have to pick my little niece Virginia up because she's coming up to my house to go to camp. Yeah, Carolyn said I'd still never say I'm alone. I do not tell people when Tony's out of town. I do not tell people when he's out of town. If I do tell people he's out of town, that means somebody's staying there at the house with me with a gun. Oh, but anyhow, all right, here we go. Uh, no, when I was younger, I was a chicken because, like I said, I was never alone. I'd never lived alone my whole life. So, I lived at home until I got married, and that was it. I've always lived with somebody. All right, the devotion today is Friday, June 6th. It's in Exodus. The Lord said, I have indeed seen the misery of my people, and I am concerned about their suffering. All right. Oh, thank you, Denise, for the gift. I hope I don't miss anybody while I'm reading this. She looked into my eyes and said, Don't waste your pain. My mind immediately returned to the time years prior when I'd led the memorial service for her young adult son, whose life was taken in a car accident. She knew what she was talking about. She knew pain, but she also knew how God could use it to honor him and help others, something this friend had done so very well. And as I heard her words, they comforted and encouraged me as I faced a serious cancer diagnosis. She was reminding me that God heard my cries and lament, and that He was with me in my pain and might use it to help others in a new way. Moses also learned that God was with his people in their pain. I have indeed seen the misery of my people in Egypt, God said. I have heard them crying out, and I am concerned about their suffering. The Israelites, like us at times, must have felt alone in their pain, but God assured them He had a plan to rescue them and that the cry of their hearts was heard. He would ultimately use their pain to grow their faith, defeat their enemies, and bring him honor. In Psalm 90, the only psalm attributed to Moses, he declared that even though our best years are filled with pain, God's unfailing love is with us to the end of our lives. He lovingly won't waste our pain, and neither should we. What does it mean for you to know God hears your cries? How is God using your pain to help others? Loving God, thank you for hearing my cries and using my pain to help others. Well, that is a fitting devotion for today, y'all, because Joyce just shared with us about her diagnosis, and I just shared with you about my youth leader's wife. And him and his wife was our youth leaders for a long time. I've known them for 50 years, y'all. They made me what I am today, so if there's something wrong with me, blame them, right? Oh, all right, let's see here. Somebody says your friend has a pretty picture on her wall. Oh, is that one behind me? That's her family back there behind me. All right. Let's see. Let's see. Praise report. Carol Ann says, praise report. I got 2 jobs. Start sometime next week. Well, that's good. Sorry you got to work too, but you got to do what you got to do, right? And God will provide. Thank you. Jesus, yes. Let's see. D. Loudermilk said that she is in need of prayer. She's having some health problems. A lot of people's having health problems, y'all. A lot of sickness going on and different things. So a lot to pray about, a lot to be thankful for. My brother was telling me, my brother, he don't got a whole lot. I'll just put it that way. And a lot of his neighbors have less. So he was telling me about some people that they need this and they need that. And he's like, you know, anybody's got this or that. You know, he's always trying to help somebody. And he was telling me about some somebody's got a kid, and I guess they ain't got a bed or something. I don't know. He said, you know, anywhere we could get a twin mattress, because I think this person's sleeping on the floor. I don't even know. I didn't get all the gist of it. I said I'll talk what's going on. But and then he told me about another person he met. They got bed bugs, and he said, can you get me some of that bed bug? I I had Tony's dad used to do pest control, so one time he knew somebody had bed bugs, and I was able to get the name of the brand or whatever he uses and ordered it off the internet, and for him to give to somebody who had these bed bugs. So it's like he's always saying, you know, somebody's got this or that, and I said, well, let me write it all down and we see what we can come up with. But he is always trying to help others. Oh, Margaret Whitlow, you went to Sam's today? I didn't know I was going to last minute, and I just ran down there real quick. My brother needed a microwave, so I just had him meet me out at Sam's so I could go in and get this little microwave. So he needed that. So I was able to get him one there. Uh, let's see. Patsy's got a praise report. It went by too quick. I couldn't see. I am going to the beach in a few weeks. Uh, I don't think I'm going to be able to stay the whole week. I got a lot going on, but I will go for a few days and see everybody and catch up, and then I'll probably have to get back home. But I got a lot going on. We got a lot coming up with the church. In the next few weeks, it's going to be critical. We got a lot of paperwork to sign and papers to submit to the county, and meet with the architect and the engineer stuff. So we got a lot coming up, and I may have to uh, I have to meet with the builder tomorrow. I'm not even sure he's going to call me. Tomorrow's Saturday. If not Saturday, then Monday I will be. And Monday I got to take Virginia to camp. I got a full day going on Monday. We got a lot going on, but I like staying busy. I'd rather be busy than not have a thing to do. So, but anyhow, yes, keep praying for the church that everything's going to fall into place. And my brother said, if you want to sell these birdhouses, you do what you want with them, because the thing on the birdhouses, y'all, I buy all his materials. That gives him something to do, gives him purpose. I buy all the materials. So, time you subtract out all this materials, packaging, I get the boxes, the packaging, and everything to ship them. I just do it to give him something to do. Do not give him the money from the birdhouses. But sometimes I have to buy a need or something, and it falls on me to do that because he doesn't have anybody else. But I know the rules for SSI. I know the rules about providing food and shelter. I don't provide food and shelter, but from time to time, maybe he needs some gravel in the driveway or something like that. You just never know. But somebody told me, oh, be careful. Well, we've talked with Social Security. I'm well aware of what the needs are and everything else. The doorbell didn't ring. I don't know what that ringing noise is. And I don't know. I thought I heard something chimey. I don't know, y'all. But anyhow, don't worry about anything. If I got a bunch of messages about birdhouses, I only have 20 or 25, and they're smaller. They're 4.5-inch board. That's how wide they are. I think 4.5 inches or 3.5 inches, something like that. I think it's 4.5 inches. So, all right. Somebody said they heard maybe chime on my phone because my phone is sitting here. I don't know. There's all kind of noises in here, but they're at the ball game. They should be home. I think the ball game might be over with about 9. I don't got a price on the birdhouses yet. I got to get home and see how much it's going to be to get the packaging and the shipping and all that kind of stuff. But I will let y'all know. Like I said, he told me I could donate it to the church if I wanted, whatever I want to do with them. He knows it's, that I'm the one that buys all the wood and the hardware and the screws. And, screws are expensive. Everything's expensive now, y'all. And he makes everything out of real wood, and he said he's perfecting it, that every time he makes them, they're getting better and better. Yeah, I think it's notifications on his phone. So don't worry about that. That's what that little ding dong is. It's nobody at the door. All right. That's all it is for tonight. It's 8:28. I will let y'all know. I'll try to come back on when Ashley gets home tonight and we get down there on the tees. I will try to let y'all know how Jack's game went, and hopefully he's gonna win, because and his best friend, I think, is on the other team, and Jack's the one. All right. So okay, I will try to be back tonight, at least with an update or something. All right. Talk to y'all later. Thanks, everybody.